So you get your first girl, and she's if she's a bottom girl for another pimp, she's experienced. She knows she
Everything.
knows everything. She knows the strolls, she knows the tricks, she knows the money, everything. So she hits the strip and starts bringing you money every day.
Every day.
Every day, 7 days,
365 days a year.
no days off.
52, what is it?
52 weeks a year,
Weeks a year. And 12 what?
12 months.
12 months a year. And then on leap year, 366 days. Hey, they don't miss a lick, but this was the thing is, as a pimp, you know what I mean, I gave them Sundays off. You know, usually the chick works Saturday night, get off about 6, 7, 8, 10 in the morning, or sometimes you had to pick them up at the courthouse about 11 or 12 in the morning and stuff. But I usually gave the girls Sundays off. I mean, this was me. And I had top flight chicks, you know, we were seriously getting money. I was getting some money to where they thought I was like selling dope, because in the 70s and 80s, dope dealers was a big thing. They was really getting money. But I was getting it from them females, you know what I mean? I used to have females working, you know what I mean, 17, 18 hours a day in 50 below zero weather, and a knee-high snow with a miniskirt on with pantyhose with a split in the middle, turning dates around the corner. Used to jump in a car with 5, 6 guys, whether they be musicians or what. By the time they get around the block, she be done turn date with all of them and out with the cash. I
Okay.
used to sit on the stroll sometime. I had a custom-made van, and I used to sit on the stroll, and I had a Rottweiler in there. And I used to have the one that cracked so much. And I used to tell the chick, just throw the money in there. And nobody would mess with the van. I'd be in the back. I had stole. It was custom. And I'd be asleep. But that Rottweiler would sit right in the window. Nobody would mess around. Chick just throw the money to fall down in the van. 6 in the morning, they jump in, we drive on home. That's how slick the game was, man.
No, I actually have a Rottweiler myself, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
A Rottweiler will sit there,
Yeah.
and not no one will mess with it, and it'll tear your head off if you try to come in.
Hey, you touch that one, it's like he gonna eat the glass.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I can relate.
Yeah.
Okay, how big did the stable get at the height? How many girls?
The best I could do was 7.
7 girls at once.
Yeah, but I was constantly with 3, constantly. I mean, my whole gang for all the period of time in the game was like 3 constantly. I did up to 7, you know what I mean? I stayed in the house with 7 girls. I mean, it was an amazing trip. And then it's mind game. You know, you got to understand you controlling all of these minds. And, you know, people have different thoughts and different movements, but you have to control that. You have to, what I always tell a player, you got to put your mind inside of their mind so they'll be thinking like you. They can't think like they want to. It's not going to be effective. They got to think like you want them to. In order for them to do that, you got to incorporate your thoughts into their mind and let them feel what you feel. Want the best, want to do this, wants to be there. I used to tell my girl, baby, I'm going to take y'all to Hollywood. I did that.
Mm-hmm.
And see, a woman got to love a man that do what he say he gonna do. They don't believe it from the beginning, no way, because they don't think that they qualified to be in Hollywood. They didn't think that they should be. No way could they be there. And when they found themselves on Hollywood Boulevard, they was amazed. The same thing when I took them to the White House, and we stood at the gates of the White House. See, this is amazing from a girl that's coming from the street for a man to do what he say he gonna do. And it's like putting them up on a pedal, letting them know I'm not ashamed of you. I would take you where I go.
I remember you said, when it comes to girls, one is so close to none.
Well, the reason I say one is so close to none, because if you have one chick and she gets sick, or even if she die, well, if you ain't a pimp, you become homeless. And if you just boyfriend or girlfriend, you lose that chick. So I always thought if you have 2 or anything and one gone, you'll still have one left.
Right.
So definitely as a pimp, it's not good to have one girl. You got to have more than one. And also it increase your money.